Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with a quick and simple faux envelope tuck spot. So this has been done in a lot of variations on YouTube, but I decided I would go ahead and give my own spin on it. So let me show you the prototype. So basically I took I used my envelope punch board, and I decided I wanted the finished size of this envelope to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And so I set my punch board accordingly. And all I did is I did made my envelope, and then I cut off the long sides so that we just have this tuck in here. And one could put a pocket down in here if you wanted to have things, you know, not slide out, but I feel like it's going to be fine. It's no different than a belly band. So this is some paper from Wild Rose Bohemians, and I'm using a lot of theirs. These are these digital boho girls, which I have been linking, or in the supply list, I have noted that I purchased these and now they are no longer in that person's shop. So I don't know why, but I purchased them. I'm going to use them. So anyway, but aren't they gorgeous? They are absolutely. This one is from that kit, I believe, the one that I cannot link. This one is another kit. I will link it below. They are a watercolor boho girl PNG files. So you'll be seeing these throughout the boho journal. So I will link those below as well. So, and then those just obviously made some whale tail tabs. As you know, they are one of my favorites. And then I just slide them in here, nice and sweet. So just like that. So we're going to make a couple today, but before we do, let's talk about supplies, and then I want to show you the new kit that I've decided to work with. So I've got my whale tail tab punch, my punch board. Now you don't need a punch board. You could just create a square and make your envelope by just folding the corners in and then cutting off the edges, just like I'm doing. I also have my eyelets, vintage photo archival ink, corner rounder, scissors. I'm going to show you how I quick fussy cut out some different tabs that come in the kit that I'm going to show you. But let me just move some of this stuff just slightly out of the way so that we can you can get a preview of this kit. Now I do want to tell you, there's a person that I see often, and I love her work in some of the groups that I'm a part of. We call her Hildy, and she is using this kit. So I in no way want to steal her thunder or her joy, but the kit is absolutely amazing, and I have to use it. So since we're coming to near the end of the At the Beach journal, now I need 2 journals so I can be working on the boho journal and the this Paris blue kit at the same time. We are still going to do the other project that I talked about, the faith-filled. It's a male version, not male. Goodness gracious, that's not what I'm trying to say. It is a masculine junk journal kit. So we're going to do something with that as well. So let's get going. I'm going to start with this one, but I want to show you this beautiful kit. Now I did already cut some of the tabs out of the tab sheet, but aren't these just beautiful? Just like, it's just ephemera, right? But look at these cards. So I'm going to flip through this fairly quickly just because I don't want to keep us too long, but beautiful, beautiful, inspiring images. I don't generally lean toward blue. It's not one of my favorite colors to create with, but I just love the tones in this. And I bought 4 different kits, so I think there are 2 kits that kind of go together, and then there's an add-on kit and then something else I can't remember, but I'll link them all below. But absolutely, look at this. We're going to be using this one today as one of our journal cards. So look at that boy. So handsome and dapper. And then this guy just like, oh man, handsome dude. So I just think they're just very, very sweet. And as you know, if you've been following me at all, I love anything that's French or France, Paris, that kind of thing. So this really, really spoke to me. So that's what we're going to be working with. So we're going to do one of our little faux envelope flip tuck spots using these papers as well. So just so sweet. I love them so much. Look at these guys. So cool. And I love how they brought in this kind of a peachy ivory tone of things into the digitals. It's a good complement to the blue. So kudos to the digital creator. But yeah, I love it. I love it. It's romantic, it's inspiring, and I am not I'm not in a space where I can create any kind of fall or autumn work this year. So I'm going to just do what I love, and hope that you guys will keep following along and creating using whatever kits you are inspired by. I am one of those creators that I need to create with things that inspire me. I can't just pick a piece of paper and do it. So the other one I wanted to show you is I did need to get some kind of a pastel-y blue background kit because there's no background papers in there. So often, like, I like that a page that has, it's just all on one page like you see here. So this one is from Emma Parrish Etsy shop, so I will link her as well. But these are some of the pages in that kit as well. So let me just flip through these for you. They are upside down to me. I guess they're upside down to you, but you get the gist. I printed everything the same background using the tea stain paper from Ruby and Pearl from her Beautiful Birds kit. I mention it, I think, in about every video because I love it so much. But that is the kit we're going to be working with. So in the next video, I'll show you a premiere of the faith-based masculine kits that we're going to be using. So I've got my envelope punch board. I wanted to go ahead and show you how I did it without needing to do all the cutting in terms of paper size for you. So I did it the same exact size as the one that's my prototype. So my envelope is going to measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it's requiring a paper that is 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. So that's what we have here. So I'm just going to go ahead and slide this into my punch board. According to my punch board, I need to score at 3 3/4. So I'm just going to move that over there. And full disclosure, when I first started using my punch board, I didn't know how it worked. So I had to watch a YouTube video. So no shame here. No shame at all. So I'm just trying to find a better score tool. I think this is maybe the one that comes with it. I'm not sure. I always have a hard time with this side. So I don't know if it's me, user error, but because I always go off. I don't understand why. So let's just score this really quickly. And then when you turn it, and then you line up this scored line with the pointy bit there. In case you guys haven't, you guys have probably all used a punch board. I was a little bit behind the game with the envelope punch board. So like so, turn it again. I hope you guys are doing well. Fall is a really hard time of the year for me, and some years are better than others. This is a harder one, so I am just going to honor my heart and create in a way that is healing and restorative for me. So I hope that you won't be too sad by that. There's plenty of other people out there creating fall stuff, so but I'm not going to do that this year, and I'm going to be very selective about what I do for Christmas. So there it is, all punched and ready to fold. So let's do that. Get a better bone folder. Goodness gracious, lost my words. Now with my punch board, I don't like an edge that's created here, which I'll show you here in a second. And I forgot to mention, this paper that I have in hand right now is from Medieval Bohemian, or Medieval Mirage, I believe, is the shop name. And this is the Medieval Bohemian kit and the Fragments kit. So again, I will link those. This is the paper that I used 3 years ago when I did my very first journal that I gave away, and it was a boho journal, and these were the papers that I used in that journal. So I thought, well, I have it already on my computer, why not use them? So that's what we're going to do. So there is our envelope. So what I was talking about is, and I don't know if it's just the way that I'm doing it, but I get this like funny edge here. So I don't know if you guys can see that. So see how this is clear over here. And if I just cut on that fold, I'm going to still have that bit hanging over. So I'm going to cut in so that it lines up with this edge here. Does that make sense? I hope. So let me just trim those off real quick and I'll be right back. So there we have it. So that's what we're looking at here. Isn't that awesome? So look at how we're crooked. So I need to do some straightening. I probably should have done that before I scored, gave it a hard score. So let me just try to straighten that out a little bit just by changing that crease at the top. There we go. I think is that better? I can't really tell because it's longer than the point. Yeah, I think that is better. So again, I don't worry about perfection, but if I can tweak things a little bit, I'm definitely going to do that. So I'm going to grab my ink and get that ready here. And then I'm also going to round the points on this. I do not like those points, so I'm just going to use the envelope punch board. Here it's got a place to round those corners on the back of it. It's pretty nifty. There we go. Easy as pie. Okay, so let's ink this up so that we're ready for the next step. There we go. I've been meaning to pull out some of my my archival ink in different colors to see if I want to try do some color edging there. So, oh, that's much better. I can still see it's a little bit crooked. So again, I'm just going to fudge that just a bit and see if that helps. Yes. Okay, so there we go. So let me go ahead and do my holes there for our eyelets. And so I'm just going to pull out 2 eyelets. It is a beautiful day here. It's very sunny. It's about 77 degrees, which is... I love, one thing I do love about the fall is I do love the fall weather. I like the crisp air and the cool temperatures, cooler temperatures very, very much. So I do appreciate that. So let's just and I don't worry again about perfection, guys. I just aim for the center and hope that I land there. If I don't, I just kind of shrug and say, you know, oh well. Try again next time. It's not a big deal. Okay, let's go ahead and set these eyelets. If I can get a hold of them. I did get my nails done, except I got all this peeling skin. I can't figure out why. Probably the chemicals that they use, but that's okay. So I went with color this time because my French manicure has not been working out very well. They just always look so bad, like not very long into having them done. So I just think that I need a break from that. So there we go. And one more. I haven't picked out any seam binding yet, but we'll do that in momentarily. But oh, isn't that so pretty? I just love this print too. So these are the cards that I picked. These are from, this is from, excuse me, Wild Rose Bohemian, I believe. I don't know about this one, but I will link them all below. And then the butterfly is a separate kit that I just fell in love with. So we're going to use that. But I thought we would do some special corner punch. So give me a second. See what we want to do. I just thought we'd do something different. So I think we'll use this one here. This one can be a little bit persnickety for some reason, but we're gonna go for it. See if we have success. I often just don't get it in there square, and that's usually my problem. So let me round all these, and then I will be back after I've inked and rounded. Oh, that one's all funky. Oh well, that's okay. So the other thing I really love about this project is that this base, you know, it serves as a tuck, but this is also can be written on. So that's pretty cool. It also can be glued in on the top and the bottom and be a belly band. I probably will do that just to really fully utilize that space, but that's that. And this is our funky corner, and it's just, I'm not patient. So see how I didn't round. But I don't worry about that. It is what it is. And this one did it too. I figured out what I was doing wrong by the third one. So it's all right. So we're going to put some whale tail tabs on here. And I already pre-punched them out of the scraps, the leftovers from this paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stagger them because, as I've mentioned before, if I put the tabs all in the same place on each piece of ephemera, they're going to all be stacked, okay? So I don't want that. So let me ink. I should have inked these up as well. So let me do that really quick. While I'm doing that, let's talk about a giveaway for the 6,000 subscribers. So we've got a ways to go. The channel's growing very slowly at the moment, which is fine. But I do want to do 6,000 subscriber. I think we're at 5,500 right now. So I am going to be thinking hard about what I would like to produce for the giveaway. If you'd like to leave a comment and let me know what you would like that to be, if you would like it to be a journal or a folio or an ephemera pack or something like that. My giveaways, I do have to limit to the United States or Canada, just because I cannot afford to send internationally on an ongoing basis. So that's just kind of my limitation. So we're going to go ahead and glue these on each of these whale tail tabs. I need to change that bottle because it's just, there's so much glue built up in the bottom that now it just gets stuck in there. So I'll have to go through the recycle bin and see. So I think I'll have this one be the center one. So I'm just going to put this in the center of the card-ish. And so that one, you can see I'm moving it up a little bit higher so that it can, oh, that's not really staggering very well because it's shorter. Okay, that's all right. Surprises. It is okay. Perfection is not at play in the studio. Not today or any day. So this is going to be a little bit weird because they're not really going to be very staggered, but we gave it the old college try, and that's all right. I'm not going to put the eyelets in these because I'll do that off camera. I'd like to save the time that I have on video for construction for the most part. We might decorate that other one a little bit. We'll see. That'll give us a chance to look at the kit together. So maybe we'll do that just to kind of satisfy both groups of people. So that's what that's going to look like. And then that's going to go in there. I do want, oh, those are crooked. Look at that. Now that they're in, they're really crooked. So I'm going to try to fake that out there and just bring that up a little bit and see if I can straighten better. So let me just give that a crease. I mean, I don't want it to look like obviously, you know, wonky, but let's go ahead and pick a seam binding for that. So give me just a quick minute. I think this one would be really pretty. It's very dark. I'll probably pick a different color too, maybe some cream. But for the closure, we'll use this. So I get all of my seam binding from my scrap cabin. And I do need to replenish some of my colors because I'm running out and I'm going to need them for these journals that I'm working on. So I need to place an order. I also found an Etsy shop. I was looking for boho kind of trims and laces and things. It did not have a lot of success, but I did find a maker who does these like dangles. And so I'm like, you know what? I don't do that very well, like the really elaborate dangles. So I thought I'm going to support this small business and I'm just going to buy some. So I bought 2 different kinds. And so those will be coming soon and I'll be using those in the boho journal. And then I'm supporting an Etsy shop, which I love to do. So I don't mind at all. I don't have a lot of time to fiddle around with things. Yeah, so there we go. So that is that. So these will all have seam binding as well. That works out okay. That might slide down. It might not. But it is all right. So we'll decorate that one off camera. And I'll probably make another one for the blue journal as well. The Paris blue. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. Maybe Love in Paris or something romantic like that. I'm not sure. But you guys will be the first to know. So let's see. Now I want to show you the cut. I want to show you how I'm figuring out my size. So, which is elementary. So my paper is usually right around 8 1/4. So I'm going to just show you here. Hopefully it's not too far away. But here's my 8 1/4. It's like at 8 3/16. So I need to trim a little bit off. So I'm just going to make a pencil mark at 8 1/8 right there. And then let me go over here and we'll make a mark at 8 1/8. So I'm just going to turn my ruler to get the other measurement. Because that's our, where did I go? I always lose my pencil mark like right out of the gate. Oh, because that's that. Okay. That's the little bit of extra that has to come off. Sorry. So there's that. So those are the only 2 cuts we should have to make. I'll be right back. There we go. I don't have much room on my table, so that's why I have to turn. I have a little TV tray over there that holds my cutter when I'm working. I fold it up when I'm not doing anything in here, but so we're going to do the same measurement. So I was thinking about going smaller, which you totally could. You can make these, and maybe I'll do an itty bitty one just off camera just to show you like how small can you go, because we could do one that's 2 by 3.5 inches. That would be fun. And the paper size is 5 by 5. We might try that. We might try that just to see how tiny we can get. So there we go. So let's grab that. I need that. Goodness gracious. So again, our scoring is going to be the same, 3 3/4. Sometimes it's a little bit harder to see on a lighter paper, and it's also hard to see on a really dark pattern paper. So sometimes I'll ink a bit of it if I need to, but it looks like I'm doing okay. I can see the indentation. Okay, so let's go ahead and just see if we can, I'm not going to crease that real hard because I want to see if we're even before I do a hard crease. So I think I'm going to pull this corner down just a little bit because it is not straight. So I'm just going to pull that, and that looks better, better-ish. Okay. So again, I'm going to turn to my cutter and I'm going to trim off, but I'm going to trim clear in case I wasn't super clear in picture here. I'm going to trim clear to here so that I don't have that extra ribbed edge. Sorry, I was kind of off to the side there. Now, that being said, if you do a smaller envelope, you could have it be this way and have your openings be this way, right? And we might do that. I might play around with that off camera and create a couple more just for kicks. But for now, we're using the little ones and we're going this way. There we go. Let's see where we landed again here. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's straight enough. So let's go ahead and round those corners. Again, this background paper is from Emma Parrish. I've bought some of her kits before, but I have not used them. I tend to get a little bit purchase crazy when I see something I like. I'm not sure why that one has such a bigger gap. Isn't that strange? That one did not. Interesting. Okay. So let's go ahead and bring these over just so I don't have to go back and forth between cutting and inking. These are the cards that I've selected. And this can hold quite a bit. So I've got 4 pieces here and I think we're going to be fine. So I mentioned we have this. I love this because we've got the lines and we can journal on that as well as on the back. And then we've got our dapper boy and our beautiful girl and then the guy, which I think is great. So I'm going to have to cut those down just slightly. I wanted these to be a little bit taller than this one. So I think we definitely won there. So that one will be the top one, I believe. So let me just take a bit off the top of this really quick. Okay. And so let's see how we want to round these ones. Let me grab my other We Are Memory Keepers one. I like to have different punches. I also have some corner actual punches. Let me look in my drawer really quick. This could be fun. Perhaps we should try this one. It might be a little bit big. Let's try it out on a scrap. I don't want to ruin our cards, so because it goes in like that. It's a pretty big punch. It might be too big for what we're doing here, but let's give it a try just for kicks. It's pretty deep, so I don't think that's going to work today, but I want to keep that in mind. I might leave that one out and use it a little bit more, but it's absolutely beautiful. This would be gorgeous as a, as a side tuck or something. Maybe I'll save that for that purpose. But let's just go with it. I'm just taking you all over the place, aren't I? So I'm just trying to find, I have a hard time figuring out which is which. So we're going to use, let me show you them. This is a good investment if you guys can swing it. I use this a lot. And I use my eyelet setter every day. So this one looks like that. And then this one, the opposite side, just, what does the opposite side do? I can't quite recall. It just does that. So I always do this one. So I think we'll do that one today. Why not? Okay, so let's go ahead and ink these really quick because I want to be able to put the tabs on and I won't be able to do that until they're inked. So give me a quick sec. I absolutely love the brown accents with the blue. I mentioned that when I was working through the For the Love of Blue journal that I made for my oldest sister. And I just love that it just makes everything pop. So there we go. Now I only cut out 3 tabs, or I only took 3. So I'll put 3 of them on with you and then I'll do the other one off camera because it's over there. But I wanted to show you the quickie way to do these. So basically I cut all the straight edges and then I fold it in half. Now this is 65 pound paper, which is my generally my paper size that or paper weight that I use, and then I just give that a good crease. And I'm just going to grab my bone folder here too. I should probably not be doing that on those. And let me fold the other one, and then I'll show you how I quickly cut around them. It's a lot easier than fiddling with going in and out and around all the sides of it. This one's crooked for some reason. Probably my cutting skills, but it usually works out. Yeah, look at that. Not a problem though. Okay, so then I'm going to use my fussy cut scissors here, and I just go around, because then I can go through both layers at the same time. So it's not always completely perfect, but it's faster. So I'm all for faster. I have so much fussy cutting to do for both of these journals now. So I I'm fighting a cold, and all of our kids have been boogering over everything in our life at school. So I'm really fighting it. So it might be a good day to hunker down with some tea and a movie and do some fussy cutting. So look at that. And it's pretty darn straight. It's not quite. So if that's the case, you can just go in, or you can just go back in from this side and just straighten that up, just clean it up. Because again, you know, perfection is not at play. It doesn't matter if everything is exactly as you think it should be. It doesn't have to be. So let's try that again. That one was folded a little bit weird. I probably cut it in a hurry, and so probably one of those long edges was not straight. But it's all good. And we also have a lot of Pete the Cat in our classroom right now. So every time I say something like that, it's all good. Pete the Cat says that all the time. So, okay, here we go. So just going to ink that up. Oh, I love the brown on the blue. I won't be bringing in a different color of ink for this journal, but the boho journal I probably will. I like to print on the back of my ephemera or my fussy cuts as well as the main pieces, because then you don't have to worry about any white showing when there's stuff on the back. So, all right, one more. And then we'll make a teeny tiny, okay? And I'm not even going to straighten that out. So see how it's, we've got that. You can see the backing paper. I'm just going to ink that up because it's not going to all be together. It's going to be, one's going to be on one side of the card and the other on the other side. So, oh, I forgot this. Oh, goodness gracious. Give me a sec. Okay. Sorry about missing that. I intended to do it when I inked the cards up, and I didn't. Okay, so let's go ahead, and we need to find some seam binding. So I'm just going to reach behind me and see if I've got any of the pale blue. I'm not sure, so give me a second. I think this one will work. There's another shade of blue that she sells that I'm out of, so we'll just use that one today. So I'm going to go ahead and do our eyelets here. I was dropping these little things all over the place. Tried it like 3 times before I was able to get that set. So let's do this one very quickly. I want to do the whale tail tabs because the tabs for this one with you because I really like the look of them. What's happening there is I'm bumping the thing when I put the thing on the thing. Let's try and do that differently. There we go. Awesome. I'm loving the backs. I never really used the backs. I just ignored it. But I was thinking this peachy stuff that we have in here, I'm thinking I want to reach behind me and use some peachy pink instead, because I think it would be very, very cool to introduce. And I can't remember the color, the name of it, but look at that. Because I really want to get the baby blue. This is more of a grayish blue. So I think we'll use that. So actually, let's just go ahead and do this now since we've got it going on here. I think we won't decorate this on camera, as I mentioned earlier that I might, because I want to try a little one of these. So I'd rather use my time to do that than to decorate. So so yeah, that's what I've decided. There we go. That peachy pink is going to be a great accent. So let's go ahead and get these glued on here really fast as well. I'm feeling like, oh, they are directional. Yes, they are directional, just that way. Okay, let me do this really quick. They're a little taller, obviously, than the whale tail tab punch, so I'm going to see how this goes. I'm going to try to get it just about on that curve there. I'm going to turn it over and see if I can help myself. There we go. And just have it stick out that much. Okay. And I think I'll do the card one. I might not put one on the card one. We might just let that one be without. So and on this one, I'm going to go low to the bottom about the distance as I did from the top, just to kind of spread them out a little bit. Doing the same, bringing this edge up to the edge of the card, like so. And then the other one, let's bring these over because they're going to be problematic. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put, the jury's going to be out on this because I don't know if I want to put two on the other side of the other cards and just not put any seam binding on them, because they'll be on the inside of the journal one way or the other. So I wonder what that would look like to do that. I think that would be okay. I think I want to do that. So I will create one more off camera. Put it on off camera. Okay. And then we'll just kind of put her in the middle. Okay. In the middle-ish. Again, just watching that edge there. I love these punches though. I should try to make one out of some cardstock just so I have a template. Because I love the height of it. It's really very, very cool. I love how the light post is in that and then in that. I did not plan that. Okay. So let's go ahead and stick these in here. Uh-oh. She's too tall. What? How is she too tall but the other one is not? Okay. Is he too tall as well? He is. I'll have to fix that off camera. I'm going to have to lop some stuff off the top and the bottom just to make it, or maybe all on the top, and then redo my corners. Not a big deal, but that's what we've got going on. I will put some seam binding on the ones on the side here, and you'll be able to see that in the photos at the end. Sorry to shortcut that, but sometimes we have to do that. So I'm going to bring the punch board back over because I do want to play with a little one. So let's look through these papers and see what we'd like to use. I think this, I think these are hydrangeas. Yeah, this hydrangea one would be really pretty. So if we want to do a 2 by 3.5, then we need to have our paper be 5 by 5. So I'm going to turn to the cutter and trim this to 5 by 5. Okay, there's our square. This is going to be so fun. So the score line for this one is 2 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and just do my little notches and scoring. There we go. This is going to be cute. Oh my gosh. I'll have to create some little ephemera for it too. This is adorable. Oh my gosh, this is adorable. Let's see how straight. Oh, our points are very straight this time. So that's fun. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to go to my trimmer and I'm going to cut off those edges all the way to that line. I'll have to print off some of the ephemera smaller than this, but isn't this cute? Let me ink this really quick. Oh my gosh, I love the inking on this blue. Is just so gorgeous. I don't know why I don't do blue more. I guess it's just not, yeah, I don't gravitate toward it, but it is absolutely lovely. So thank you, Hildy, if you're watching. I don't know if she watches my videos, which is okay. She's always very complimentary in the groups, as I am with her. So it's nice to just know a fellow crafter who's, you know, sharing what she's creating as well, which is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So that is that. So I will create, so that it's so small, like it's so small. It's 3, well, it's not exactly, it's 3 5/8 by 2 3/16, which is weird because that didn't measure up with what the punch board says, but I'll decorate this one up too. I will also create another larger one probably for both of the journals, because when I do a new ephemera idea, I usually do 3 of each for each journal because I have 3 signature. I usually do 3 signature journals. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.